Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Movie Deputy Reviews, where we are approaching this from a slightly different perspective. You probably caught my show last week saying I'm back, and I'm back in a way that you may not expect. If you are on my YouTube channel right now, you are seeing what I'm talking about. So I'm hoping you're going to be enjoying this as much as I am. I've kind of been playing around with some new software and just kind of tweaking things a little bit and learning how to do it. YouTube videos are like tutorial things are my best friend while I'm trying to figure out some of this. So it's going to be a little bit of an adventure. As you can see, we've got my big Movie Deputy flag thing behind me. And this is some of my Etsy merch that I have on. As you can see, I just put Deputy on there instead of putting Jen. For those who can't see me, it is like a new video format where we're going to be talking not only about the movie, which you can kind of see. I'm getting used to everything being reversed. But the movie that we're going to be talking about today is Angel Studios' film Sketch. And it appeared like it was going to be aimed at a lot more of it being like a kid's movie. And we're going to get a little bit more into that as we get going. But we're also going to be playing the trailer, which is going to kind of pop up right here in this corner. I'm trying to get used to the orientation of the video. So for those on the podcast thing, you will be able to hear the audio of the trailer, and you will also hear my commentary on it as well. So it's just a little bit different. It's going to play out a little bit different. And of course, we're going to talk about the movie. No spoilers ever. You're never going to have to worry about spoilers with me because I hate spoilers. So I would never do that to you. I know there's some people that like spoilers. And if you're one of those, that's great. You can find tons of stuff online. But throughout this, I'm going to be sharing the poster. I'll get that down to pat one of these days. But then we're also going to be showing you the podcast image of kind of how I take the poster and just kind of reimagine it a little bit, where I am still staying true to the poster and to whoever designed it and the movie and all of that. But I have to shrink it to the square size so that it will show up on the podcast side of it. So we're going to jump right in here, and there's going to be parts during the trailer where I'll pause it because I want to maybe add something or comment something. So bear with me. I've done test videos of this, but this is my first official recording of this. So fingers crossed.
Amber, you're incredibly creative. Here's the thing. Life is all about balancing the good and the bad. If you don't carry the good with you too, then it's just going to make the bad stronger.
That's always kind of been her thing, right? Drawing?
All kids like to draw.
And that's kind of the thing that we're going to see with Amber in this movie. Amber is the young girl who is basically like one of the main stars of the picture because she is taught that we can't control our inbox, but we can control our outbox. Think of it like an email format. We can't control what people send to us, what people say to us, what people do to us, but we can control how we react to that and what we put back out into the world. And her way of dealing with this is drawing. And like me, no spoilers, but there's something that happens that brings the drawings to life. And her drawings are a little bit on the darker side. That's kind of why I'm touching on the whole thing of it being, or I thought this was going to be aimed at like really young kids, but this is actually kind of intense. Older kids maybe, or if you've got a child who's working with something who is having a very negative reaction to what's happening in life, this could be a good story for that. But Amber's drawings coming to life definitely was not what she was expecting.
She always been so...
Iders.
Iders.
Now, for those with arachnophobia, these are not like full-on spiders. They're eyes with legs that look like spiders and iders.
She's working through some stuff.
Are we orphans?
No, you have a dad. I'm alive.
Then what are we?
I like that this movie addresses the whole thing of like, okay, if you've lost a parent, what's the term? If you've lost a parent, you still have a parent. That's kind of what I'm getting at. Like if you've lost your mother, it actually explains in the movie that you're a morphan, which makes me think of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on that. And then if you are like a one without a dad, it's a paternal orphan. It's a porphan, maybe? That kind of sounds like porpoise. So, there's just a play on words there, but I like how it kind of explains things that, okay, if you've lost both your parents, you're an orphan. If you've lost one parent, what do you call that? And I like that it does address that because there's a lot of kids that don't really understand where they fit in, especially if they've lost a parent.
What do you call an orphan that still has a dad?
Come on.
You know, feelings aren't bad. When you get angry, sad, or scared, put it in here, where it can't hurt anyone.
Is everything okay?
I found this place in the woods. We dropped Amber's notebook in it. And now I'm worried that Amber's drawings might be...
What are you talking about?
And this is where the magic starts to happen. Like I said, if you're just getting the audio of this, it's a little bit harder to understand. But like in this scene, you're starting to see like all these streaks of light across the sky as the magic is bringing her drawings to life. And I hope you get a chance to come over to our YouTube channel and actually check this out because this is a lot of fun, at least so far.
What in the...
I promise I didn't want this. You're not an evil person just because you drew pictures.
I saw an eyeball with legs.
And I so appreciate that it touches on this because like her brother is saying to her, you're not an evil person just because you draw things. She's drawing things to deal with the sadness, the frustration, the bullying, everything that she's facing and all the emotional just upheaval that's going on. And she's figured out how to put it down on paper to express the things privately without like acting out. And a lot of us can relate to that. I mean, I write, others draw, and just a lot of things like that. But this really addresses it in a mature way. But like I said, in a way that might be a little hard for the youngest audiences.
When do you see that?
I know we're supposed to be scared of it, but it's kind of beautiful.
Amber was the only one doing what we're supposed to be doing. Not running from the pain, but feeling it.
Watch this. You guys ready? No, I don't want to do this. I have to go to the bathroom. You couldn't have gone before we put all this stuff on? I didn't have to go then. Now I have to go too. Oh my.
Now, as a parent, you could probably tell from the audio on that, but as a parent, when you're getting ready to do things, and especially if the kids have to dress up or bundle up, and you get everybody all bundled up and out the door, and they're like, I gotta pee. You're like, couldn't you have done that before? I didn't have to. And then you're just like, oh my word. Like I said, every parent can relate to that. But we're back over here, and I want to go ahead and share with you guys what the podcast image is also going to look like. So be sure to check this out. As you see, I didn't make a whole lot of changes to it, but just enough that I was able to shrink it down from the standard poster size to just the square version of the image. And like I said, this is a little bit new way of taking this on. You're probably wondering how we're going to talk about the guilty, innocent side of it. Oh, I just hit my volume knob. Ow, that hurt. These things can get really loud. But as I'm doing that, I will say I am giving Sketch a tentative innocent rating just because it's a little intense. It feels like almost a little magical at times, which may make some parents and viewers uncomfortable. It's just kind of part of it as the story is told, and the creative ways that they find a way to come together as a family after all this, and dealing with the chaos of school and the chaos of Amber's creations and how they're able to really overcome all of this. So, like I said, it may be a little intense for the youngest viewer, but it's still something really sweet. I mean, some of the characters that Amber has drawn are downright almost scary in some scenes. So please, if you do decide to watch this with your young kids, definitely take a moment and step back and watch some of this or all of it before you let your kids watch it. There's some kids that might not bother, but I'm sure you don't want to deal with the nightmares of it, just in case. So, and forgive my talking. I've got this weird audio feedback thing that is coming on with this new program I'm using. So I'm still trying to figure out a way to navigate all of that. Now you're probably wondering score-wise where I came in on Sketch. This might surprise you a little bit. I came in at a 6.5 out of 10 on the deputy scale. Now, does that mean it's a bad movie? No, not at all. It's good. It's got a memorable story. It's plot with some questionable content that technically would put it into the 7s, but like I said, with some of the stuff that's just I can't really say it has errors, but it just needs a little something. So I hope this has helped. I hope you like this new format. And I hope if you're listening to the podcast format that you come over and check out our YouTube channel so you can kind of get the feel of all of this. So if you like our new format, please like, subscribe, share. These are awesome. All of our podcasts are still going to be available wherever you're listening to your podcasts from. But these extras in the videos are going to be available only on our YouTube channel. So be sure to check out Movie Deputy. And as always, I will be back soon. I look forward to hearing your feedback on these because I'm a work in progress. This is kind of a thing I've been wanting to do for a while and not really knowing how to approach it. So as you see, this is me, the good, the bad, and everything else. So welcome aboard. It's going to be a heck of a ride.